chaotic stories are the most raw and honest conversation you will ever have with yourself. Dreams are a direct reflection of our unconscious mind. We dream weird things because of brain chemistry shift at night that make the brain use metaphor to build a story. I have been fascinated by how dreams reflect our unconscious mind. Whenever I wake up remembering a vivid dream, I immediately write it down. And I think about what is my unconscious mind trying to tell me? This fascination led me to do the research on science behind this. Today I'm going to talk about these. First, I'll discuss REM sleep. Second, I'll discuss what changes in the brain during REM sleep. Third, I'll discuss the metaphor and symbolism that the brain uses to build a story. Finally, I'll give you an example of my own dreams. When we dream, our brain goes into REM, or rapid eye movement sleep, which is one of the four stages of sleep. Asersky and Kleisman are the ones who discovered REM sleep in 1953. According to their article, the most vivid, emotional, and story-driven dream happens during REM sleep. Then what changes in the brain during REM sleep? In 1996, neuroscientist Dr. Pierre McQuist used PET scan to map the brain during REM sleep. According to his team, when we dream, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, which is our mind logical gatekeeper, completely powers down. At the same time, the limbic system, which handles raw emotion and deep memory, becomes hyperactive. To say that again, when we dream, logic powers down and emotions lights up. But why are dreams so weird instead of straightforward? According to the activation synthesis model pioneered by Harvard psychiatrists Alan Hobson and Robert McCallie in 1977, explains that the cerebral cortex receives chaotic emotional signal from the brainstem. Because logic is asleep, the brain cannot build a rational story. Instead, it communicates the only way it can, through metaphor and symbolism. I want to share a dream that I had that I could clearly see that my brain used metaphor to build a story. Last year, I had a dream of myself being in a cluttered bathroom. There was a tiny, helpless animal covered in sharp needles. I carefully pulled all the needles out and put ointments on the wounds. My waking filters were offline, so my hyperactive emotional center synthesized raw, lingering emotional fatigue into a powerful physical metaphor. A wounded animal waiting to be healed. Today, first I talked about REM sleep. Second, I discussed what changes in the brain during REM sleep. Third, I discussed the metaphor and symbolism that brain uses to build a story. Finally, I shared an example of my own dream. We dream weird things because of brain chemistry shift during REM sleep that make the brain use metaphor to build a story. Ultimately, dreams are a necessary system designed to heal our mind and organize our memory. The next time you wake up from a surreal dream, don't just brush it away. Ask yourself, what is my emotional brain trying to tell me? What needles am I carrying? Because when logical gatekeeper goes to sleep, your true self wakes up. Thank you.